ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another live stream Tuesday. I hope you guys had a good start to your week, that your weekend was good as well, and I surprised myself at how quickly it cut from the video to then the camera coming on. So caught myself by surprise because I did click it to make that happen. But anyway, yes, hello to all you guys in the live chat room tonight. Let me give you a quick shout out in there. We have Billy Dwayne. I was going too quickly. Let me try and catch up. Rose, Karen, Waitress 68. And Dwayne, Diamond Girl 1234, Johnny Be Good, Lisa Pam, K36, Ninja, Kitty, Angela Melody, Paula, and Mo's in there as well. Hello, everyone. So, yes, a very happy Tuesday to you, whatever the time is where you are. It's a Tuesday night here, 8 minutes past 11 to be exact, and it feels like, for whatever reason, I don't know why, it seems to be getting quite warm. But I don't think it's warm in the UK. I don't think it's been getting... it's kind of been coming down from the warm temperatures, now back to what I think is normal temperatures. But it seems to be getting warmer in this room for whatever reason. But and I haven't got any air conditioning or anything going on at the moment. So I've taken a gamble that the temperatures are going to stay okay. Anyway, we will get the names of my patrons up on screen because they make this all possible in the first place. So a massive hello and thank you to all of these people at the bottom of the screen. You know who you are. They're the foundation of everything that I do, as I always say, and make everything possible that I do on the channel as well. So yeah, without these lovely people, then not a lot would be happening. So yeah, huge thank you to them. Right, now let's get the likes goal up on screen for tonight, because we are first of all aiming for 350 likes. So yeah, I think that might be, I don't know, a little optimistic, but who knows. So if you could hit the thumbs up as you come through the door, that would be very much appreciated, and we'll see if we get anywhere close to that by the end of the live stream. If we do hit the target of 350, then we will be having Phil Jam number 333. So all the threes for tonight. So every single thumbs up is very much appreciated. So last of all, we get the donations tab up on screen to let you know that you don't have to donate. Just watching is great. Let me see if I can get some fireworks kicking off. There we go. You don't have to donate for anything on the channel, but for those people that can't resist donating, I think it's important that they know between 45 and 60% goes to YouTube through the Super Chat window, and between 3 and 5% goes to PayPal through the PayPal link, which you can find in the description below. So that is that all dealt with. Now, when I did the double thumbs up and we got the fireworks in the background, I was doing an analysis video, or at least kind of recording it, and then when I went to edit it, I noticed that there was a thumbs down that happened. So whatever I was doing with my hands, it registered as something, because double thumbs up gives us fireworks. And I can't remember the other things that we have. But I haven't been able to work out what the thumbs down thing is. I don't know whether it is just literally a thumbs down. Yeah, there we go. That was easy in the end. But I don't know what I was doing in the analysis video to do that, because I definitely wasn't doing that unless I had my hands together and maybe there's like a bit poking out at the bottom and it thought that was a thumb or something. I don't know, but it was a bit annoying because whatever I was saying, I then cut out of the video. I cut out because I didn't know it had happened. So, just rambling on as I do with the analysis videos and as I do on the live streams. So yeah, I was rambling on about whatever point I was making. And then I realized later on when I came to edit it that there was a thumbs down, a bubble, coming out of my head to the side. So yeah, a bit annoying because then I had to edit out. I mean, I could have left it in there, but I thought that it's just going to look stupid. So I just edited out whatever I was saying at that particular point. So there you have it. But yeah, I don't know whether I should turn them off. I think it's sometimes fun. We might discover some other random movements that then cause these special things to, kick off. Is one thumbs up doing anything? Oh, there you go. Oh, I wonder if it's a thumbs up. Because the thumbs... Let me do a thumbs down. Okay, right. Yeah, it definitely happened on that side, which means it must have been a thumbs up. Which must mean if I was just holding my hands like this... I'm trying to set it off now. If this one's slightly further behind. Why is it not setting it? When I want to try and get it to do it, it's not going to do it. Because I definitely didn't just do a thumbs up during my analysis video. Anyway, let's move on. This is all irrelevant data. So, at the end of the last live stream, I think there was a donation that happened. And sometimes this happens if we are, especially doing the fill jam, and I'm playing the guitar and doing that just before we finish the live stream. I think I didn't mention this one, so I'm going to mention it now anyway. Sandy donated $10. So thank you for that. And Sandy said, love this fill. Great job, as always. So thank you for that. So now that that's up to date, let me just jump over. Oh, we haven't even got the like commenter up on screen yet. So 179 likes so far. Thank you, everyone, for hitting the thumbs up. And 180. That means we're looking for 170 more people. If the maths there was correct. I think it is, yeah. So, yeah, only 170. Yeah, we'll have to see if we can get that many people through the door before the end of the live stream. And then we'll bust out the guitar and have a jam. As we always do if we do hit the target. So, right, now, let's just have a quick look on PayPal. We do have a donation there, I think, or two. Let me see what's going on here. I don't want to miss any of these out. So it was Debbie, you donated £15. So thank you for that. And that was a straight up donation. And Bryony's donated £30 as well. So thank you for that, Bryony. And the message with this is, hi Phil, get a pizza and share it with your dad while you watch the footy. So thank you for that. Now, with the World Cup, it is an excuse to start eating foods that you wouldn't normally eat. But the problem is that there are quite a lot of matches. So just in case you don't know, even though I spoke about it for about 5 years on the last live stream, the Football World Cup, or soccer as they call it in the USA, that's happening over in the USA. I believe it starts in 2 days. So it means that we've got England in the competition. So I'm definitely going to be watching the England matches. And this is why I think probably more likely is going to be the live streams that are affected. So I know that I'm not going to be live streaming on Saturday. So yeah, don't panic. I'm just watching the World Cup. So in the World Cup, we have England. So I'm definitely going to be watching their games. There's Scotland as well, who I actually should have known previously that I think they're playing on Saturday. So when I said that I won't be live streaming because Brazil were playing on Saturday, and Brazil usually are one of the teams that do quite well. So it's always good to have a look at the other teams. But for some reason, I think even as a kid, like here in the UK, lots of people, would buy like Rivaldo shirts, Ronaldo shirts, like not Cristiano Ronaldo, but Ronaldo, the Brazil player. You had the other problem was that if we ever met Brazil in a competition, and it would have only been the World Cup that we meet them, they would always beat us. And I remember Ronaldinho scored a goal where he hit it over the top of our goalkeeper, which I think was absolutely accidental. He didn't mean to actually get it over the goalkeeper because he was trying to cross it in. But unfortunately, it went over our goalkeeper, and yeah, that was a bit annoying. So, Brazil is one of those teams that I'll watch. Obviously, I say obviously Scotland. My mum was born in Scotland, so there's always a reason for watching Scotland. And then England, which is what I'd class as my team, because I am English. So yeah, watching that. I mean, as well, maybe, keeping an eye on, well, the other teams that are tipped to win the competition. I think, it's good to see them in the early rounds and see if they're playing well or kind of how good they are, because then you can start to, compare them with your team and think, do they look a lot better than us, or do they not look as good as us? What was interesting is that Italy didn't even make it. And this is the problem, that if you don't qualify for the World Cup, because the last one was 4 years ago, you have to wait for 8 years until you're at the World Cup again. So yeah, I am thankful that England have actually made it through. So I do get to watch some of the matches. And this is the thing, that maybe in 4 years' time, the live streams will just be going on as normal because England aren't in the competition. Scotland might not be in it either. But yeah, so this year, this time, I'm going to be watching lots of football, lots of soccer, which will be good. But back to the whole pizza and food, and I think it's very easy to start eating lots of foods that you shouldn't necessarily be eating that much of. So it might be a treat now and again in front of the football, maybe with some popcorn or something. But yeah, I've tried to keep things under control. But yeah, looking forward to it. And I think it goes on for 4 weeks or something like that. So yeah, we'll see what happens. Hopefully England do well. And yeah, and this is why the live streams are going to be a bit random as to what's happening. Yeah, nothing on Saturday. Is there anything happening on? I don't think there's anything happening on Tuesday, but I'll keep you guys in the loop as to what's happening and when, and yeah, if I'm going to be live streaming or not. But yeah, it's going to be a bit random over the next few weeks. Right now, let's jump back into the PayPal window because we had another donation in there. And this was Paul, who donated $5. So thank you for that. And the message is, let's have fun tonight, all y'all. Spike the likes. Peace, love, and rock. So thank you for that. And I can see Diamond Girl 1234 says, enjoy yourself, Phil. Life is short and balance is key. It is indeed. So yeah, the last time I had a pizza, I know for fact was 3 months ago, I think. So, yes, probably overdue a pizza. If you can ever be overdue an item of food, then yeah, I'd say that pizza is the one, because yeah, I am a fan of pizza. But then again, I have been doing my best to try to get a little bit of cardiovascular fitness, i.e. Running, and trying to get a little bit kind of fitter. So yeah, when you start kind of getting fitter, I don't know whether it's either the mental side of you trying to kind of get fitter, and like, because I studied nutrition at university, it means that kind of I know in order to progress with my fitness that having lots of pizza isn't necessarily a good idea. But it doesn't mean that as has been stated, in moderation is absolutely fine. I think maybe a couple of times every few months is definitely in moderation. So yes, I will be maybe having a few treats, but who knows? I think important to have a few treats and try to keep control. This is the problem, because once you start having a few treats, it turns into a few more treats, and then before you know it, you're just lost in a sea of pizza. So anyway, there we go. It is almost like because I, don't drink or smoke or, do the stuff that, when you go to the doctors or something, you have to fill out a big form. And actually, I think I had to do that at the dentist. They asked me if how much I drunk a week and how much I smoked a week, but I don't do any of that. So I'm imagining that, my version of if somebody, maybe is drinking too much, my version of that would probably be like pizza. Like if I go to Pizza Eaters Anonymous and you say, yes, I've been addicted to pizza for my whole adult life. But thankfully it's not that bad. And I do actually think that I don't know, I think it's lucky that I don't like the taste of alcohol. It's just something about alcohol. I don't know what it is. Lots of different drinks that I've tried. It's just like sometimes I say, oh, you got to try this. Because, it doesn't taste of alcohol. This is something that happened recently. My sister had Bucks Fizz, which is like a champagne, and I don't even know what it is. It's a champagne thing. Has it got orange in it? I don't know. I don't know a lot about drinks, as you can tell. But there was this drink, and she said, oh, have this, because it's non-alcoholic. But then I said, yeah, but I don't like the taste of alcohol. But then she goes, oh, yeah, but it doesn't matter. It's got no alcohol in it. So anyway, I had a taste, and then I said, yeah, but I don't like it because it tastes exactly like how they've basically made a way to make it taste like alcohol, but there's no alcohol in it. But I don't like the taste of alcohol, so it's irrelevant that there's no alcohol in it. I don't like the taste of it. So it's because I don't think my sister could get her head around it, because I said, no, I don't like it. She said, but it's got no alcohol in it. So yes, I know that, but they're intentionally trying to make it taste of alcohol. I guess it's like, say for whatever reason you don't like the taste of Coca-Cola, and then somebody gives you a Coca-Cola and say, oh no, I don't like it. And they say, oh no, it's fine because it's got no sugar in it. I said, yeah, it's still the same thing. If it's got no sugar in it and it still tastes like the thing that I don't like the taste of, then I'm still not going to like it. But anyway, there we go. That's a short story long. But anyway, back to the point that I think it is. Lucky that I don't like alcohol, because I know that a lot of people, when they socialise, they'll just drink alcohol, and it might not necessarily be that much. But I've always thought, for guys, and because I am a guy, this applies to me, they'll have like a pint or 2 pints of alcohol, of beer, whatever it might be. And we wouldn't have a pint of wine, because that would be pushing the boat out. But let's say, for example, you're having a couple of pints of alcohol. I wouldn't drink, probably in the same sitting, I wouldn't drink 2 pints of water. Even after 2 pints of water, I think, oh, that's a little bit too much water, I think. So thinking of having alcohol in that kind of quantity, obviously my body would probably just cease to function, because it wouldn't be used to it. At no point has it ever... imagine being hit with 2 pints of alcohol when even with 2 pints of water it would struggle. But yeah, just the... I think there is some kind of training that's got to happen, where you've got to build yourself up to start getting used to drinking pints after pints of alcohol, because any other drink you would never have a pint of it. If somebody offered you a pint of orange juice, you'd say, what? That's a bit much. Or grape juice or any other drink. So yeah, it's all a bit crazy. And then of course you've got the calorie side of it, and the fact that, unfortunately for guys, and again, this is why I think that it is better that I don't like the taste, is having done the whole study of nutrition and everything, that for guys, if you are drinking alcohol, it's going to have the effect of increasing your estrogen. And this is a female hormone. And that now causes your body to start storing fat in female places. So I've mentioned in the past on the channel about a term we have here called man boobs, which is when guys start storing fat around the chest area. So you might find that term funny. I don't know, but it's just something that is I guess the description of that. But yeah, unfortunately, it means that guys then start to, their bodies start to change shape rather than having, the kind of the wide shoulders and the small waist. And the waist will start to come out, and the shoulders won't change. I guess if you don't exercise, then your shoulders are going to be quite relative to your hips. They'll start kind of evening out. So but that's the problem. So it increases estrogen, which you don't necessarily want, especially if you're working out as well, because if you start getting more kind of female hormone being produced around your body, it's not going to help with building muscle or whatever your goals might be exercise wise. So and this is it, that you probably as a guy want to keep as much testosterone as you can, because that's the one that you want. I say the one that you want. There are some people that might feel that they want to move more towards being in that female hormone space, in which case they would then start to increase estrogen. But anyway, I'm talking about myself, and for working out and stuff, it wouldn't be a very good idea. So lucky in I think in different ways that I don't enjoy the taste of alcohol. If I really enjoyed the taste of alcohol, I'm sure that I'd probably I probably wouldn't be doing this. I don't know where. Looking at some of the stories where people start drinking alcohol and they drink more alcohol and then they get addicted to it, and then even seeing those kinds of stories are enough to put me off, even if I didn't like the taste. So anyway, that's the alcohol talk for tonight. But peace is fine. So now let's move on. Thank you for that, Paul. The donation that was over on PayPal. Karen donated £5.66 as well. So thank you for that in the messages. Hi Phil, I work as a music specialist at a nursing home. Today I played a repeated A major D minor chord pattern on my guitar while an Arabic patient improvised a type of scat singing. This turned out well. Can you suggest other patterns similar to Arabic? Why is my brain starting to suddenly throw in different pronunciations? But anyway, thank you for that, Karen. Well, it really, I would say it's more to do with if you're, let's say, for example, we are going to be having some kind of, Middle Eastern sound. Generally what you'll have, and if you can remember, maybe not the Phrygian dominant jams that we've had, which have a scale that sometimes is referred to as the Egyptian scale, and it will sound like that. It'll go along those lines. Now the thing is, in order to get a progression for that, the killer is always going to be a semitone in the progression. And this is why it sometimes kind of gets you caught in a particular place, because you can't really go anywhere else. I'm just going to skip this advert before it gets involved, but you can't really go anywhere else when you're taking the progression up a semitone. So it means that if you are playing any chord that you want to play, it depends. You'll have to take it up a semitone, which means that you'll have to, I don't know whether, I'll tell you what, I'll grab the guitar, because I don't know whether you can do bar chords or not, because I don't know kind of playing ability or anything. I have to make this clean. I don't know. I'm going to turn on the amp just so you can hear this. So there, I'm just moving from, and when you make that movement, it means that it brings in all of your notes that will go. Kind of like that. So yeah, like I said, I don't know kind of the playing ability, so I'm just kind of keeping it simple. But yeah, you can play around with that, just moving it up and down. And yeah, you can shift that around the fretboard if you want to. Kind of yeah, moving the chord, shape up and down. But pretty much like with the D. Oh, that was good. I say that was good because it means later on, if we do hit the target for the fill jam, we've still got 103 more people to try and hit the thumbs up. So the yeah, because the tuning was out, it's good for me to know that before busting out the guitar for a jam. So what did we have? Let's see. A major. So I mean, pretty much with that, I mean, you can pretty much take from the D minor as well. I guess a lot of it is the feel of but yeah, I mean, this is it. That when you start, this is the great thing about music, is that you can either push your playing in that direction, if you wanted to, or you could just, keep it really straight, to your A. Wait for the A, and before kind of getting out of. But all of these notes, if somebody's extemporizing vocally, then they'll be picking out either these notes or the notes that they might be thinking of at the same time. But this is it. This is the point, really, that anything that you want to come up with or you want to throw together is just open-ended. Like I would never say, oh right, you've got to play this, you've got to play that, and just have a mess around with the chords, see what happens, see what sticks and what doesn't, and then you'll find a particular progression that you think, oh yeah, this is working quite well. And if there's a particular chord that you jump to that doesn't work particularly well, then just work your way back to where you were, and just have a mess around with it. And the thing is, you might want to, like I said, I don't know. There I'm going to the A down at the bottom here. it's all about kind of, you know, which chords you like to play or that you can play. So anyway, that was that. So thank you for that donation and the question. And Karen's donated £1.67. Again, thank you for that. And the message is, there is a song titled I Am a Pizza. Have you ever heard it? No, I haven't heard that song, I'm a Pizza. But maybe I'll hear it at some point. Melody Rock says, your tone sounds lovely. What is it? I think it's, just I haven't done anything outlandish with it. It's just my clean tone. Actually, technically, it's clean. It's clean with wah-wah, so the wah-wah pedal is engaged, but I've got it fully open. So yeah, it's fully open. Now if I closed it all now, you would get that sound. So it's like, what a wah-wah pedal does is it's taking all of your, if you imagine an EQ curve, for people that don't know what that is, it's not going to help. But if you imagine that all of now the top end of the guitar, the brightness has disappeared. We don't have it anymore. Now if I go all the way to open, now there's a lot of brightness. It's now pretty much the opposite of how it just sounded. And what a wah-wah pedal does is it transitions you from a sound that is going from, like if you were doing it vocally, it would be like going, that's this sound. No, it isn't. It's this. Like that. And now if I'm going to go, all you do is open your mouth. So that sound of going from like a hum to then of having an R vowel of now being open, it means that the effect of that is sounding like the guitar's going wah, and obviously making that sound. So yeah, and then when you then do it with, obviously holding a no. This is why sometimes players, I don't know whether I do this too much, I might do, when you go and you start to follow, kind of like that. So but anyway, back to the tone. It's just like this tone is just a clean version of just having your mouth wide open. So that's the guitar equivalent of the human sound. So I think if I were to, let me take that off. Yes, so that's now, oh hang on, what have I just done there? Yes, so this is now kind of with the wah-wah, so maybe a little bit brighter than the other tone. I'm not sure, is this now the same? I'm not sure if this is the same as what we just had, because I'm thinking now that I changed it and then I went back, whether it now defaults back to another tone. Anyway, it was what it was, and we'll have to see what happens with that a little bit later. But I say that we're still looking for quite a few people to hit the thumbs up if you can do enough. Well, I was going to say to bust out the guitar. I've already got the guitar. But to have a jam at the end of the live stream, then yeah, we'll see what happens. But still looking for, what's that? 81 people, doing a lot of maths tonight. But I think it is 81 people. So yeah, if you can hit the thumbs up, that would be very much appreciated. Melody Rock says, do you ever use the middle pickup? Yeah, sometimes, depending on, you know, what I'm feeling like. But for this, I think with the kind of open wah-wah, obviously the more treble you're introducing, i.e. when you're changing your pickup from the neck, which is going to be more kind of the bass, the bottom end, to then the bridge pickup, which is now the brightness, like here. It's now a little bit aggressive. You know, which you might want that kind of sound, but there's something about just the neck pickup, and I've always thought this about just Fender Strats in general. Like when I was going to say when I was a teenager, I got my first Fender Strat, I think when I was 18. So yeah, it took me a while to be able to get the money to buy one. But yeah, even on my 86 Strat, it's just something about that neck pickup that it tends to be, if you are on your middle pickup, I think I'm always going to default back, you know, at some point, if it's just a solo, at some point to that neck pickup. So anyway, yes. Right, I'm going to jump into the PayPal window because Lisa W has donated £10. So thank you for that. And the message is, hey Phil, we do bourbon shots for birdies. Oh, swing lube so to speak. I may have a problem. Laugh out loud. So thank you for that. If that's, I think, having any kind of alcohol involved with golf is probably not a good idea. I mean, first of all, if you're driving a buggy, that's not going to be particularly good. Could end up in a water hazard. But also, I think knowing it's certainly not something that I would do. Like a shot, I'd probably collapse. I don't know, I wouldn't be able to stay upright, so it wouldn't help my golf game at all. So, yeah, but then again, I wouldn't be in danger, I think, of actually ever doing one, because, getting a birdie for me is kind of few and far between. So, but I have got birdies before, but it's not as if I'd, probably drink enough to get drunker. I might not even get a birdie for a whole round. So, unfortunately, but hopefully I'll get back to golf soon and start, not getting birdies, but hopefully a few pars is always nice on a round. You got to do a few pars to try and get your score somewhere half decent. Like the thing is, what I used to do was I would always aim to shoot under 100, because I thought, well, as a beginner or as a not very good person who never practices, I think, well, under 100 is quite good. So that for me always worked, because when I would have on my scorecard, it means that I've now changed the scorecard so that my par 4s on particular holes, like the par 4 is now for me a par 6. So you can chill out and you think, oh, all right, I've got 6 shots to get this. And if I do that, and if I continue to follow the shots that I'm allowed throughout the round, then I will be under 100, which would be great. But the good thing about that is that, if you do get a par on a par 4 and you're allowed a 6, you think, right, well, now I'm down to 97. And then you might get another par and you think, okay, right, now I'm down to 95. And then you might get another par, now you're down to 93. And you start thinking, oh, well, this is, quite good. And for me, it takes the pressure off, because you're pretty much always going to be relaxed when you're playing, because rather than thinking, oh, this is a par 4, there's just something about knowing it's a par 6 that mentally kind of helps me out. And then, yeah, it might be the case that you parred it, but you've parred it from the right mental angle, that you've effectively just got an eagle in your mind, rather than trying to chase the par. Because if you, let's say for example, you do your drive and then your second shot you mess it up, you think, oh no, I'm now up against it to try and get a par. I'm now up against it to even get a bogey. Or I'm going to get a double bogey, and then you're going to be really depressed. Whereas the other version, the other player, he's got a double bogey, a 6, and he's buzzing because that's a par for him. So he thinks, oh yeah, it's great, let's move on. So yeah, that's how I approach it. It's all about, for me, the mental game. I think if you can make the mental game easier, then it makes the whole game a lot easier, because there's nothing worse than chasing around. Like when you had a really bad first 5 or 6 holes and you think, oh no, I've got to now play like Tiger Woods, which definitely isn't in my capabilities. You got to play like that for the rest of your round just to make it respectable. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of that, so just keep it easy, give yourself as much chance as possible. So anyway, thank you for that, Lisa. Right. Cynthia's donated £5.55. So thank you for that. And the message is, hey Phil, wondering if you saw any of the French final on Sunday. I'm thrilled that Sasha Zverev finally won. Pretty amazing, since 4 years ago he damaged all the lateral ligaments and fractured several bones in his ankle. Now that sounds painful. So I did see a bit of this, but I only saw the very end part of it. I think it was the last set where Zverev, I'm going to try and say his name somewhat correctly, but he was, I think, pretty much running away with it in the final set. So that's the only bit that I saw kind of right at the end. But yeah, sounds painful. And this is the problem with bones. Pretty much, if they're kind of set correctly, you're not going to have too much of an issue with them. They're going to take maybe a month or 2 to sort themselves out. But it's the ligaments. It's the ligaments, man, and it's the tendons as well. Like tendons, ligaments, they're the pain, and that's what I'm still. Unfortunately, whenever I do something, I always do like the worst version of whatever can be done. So rather than just damaging ligaments, it's like damaging ligaments and tendons. So then it takes literally years to recover. But we will see. Maybe this year at some point I'll be able to swing a golf club, because my physio seems to be going relatively well. I'm back to kind of working out in a sense, just with lighter weights and gradually building it up. And I've been doing my finger pull exercises that go like this with I said elastic band. It's like a physio band where kind of use the finger resistance and then you pull against it. So I've been doing that with the first finger, the second finger, because I had the revelation. And this is the thing, all of the rehab exercises that I was given, and I've had a scan as well a couple of years ago, and had a specialist that looked at the scans and everything, but nobody ever said, oh, it's the part of the tendon. I think it's the tendon. So the tendon is joining the muscle to the bone, and ligament is bone to bone. So the muscle to the bone, the problem is that it's the first finger. So tension on the first finger, bringing it back like this, that is the part of the tendon that is damaged, or at least that's where it lives, which I think, I'm pretty confident that I have found that out now. And then maybe the second finger to a lesser extent. So there's a little bit of damage kind of to the second finger. But definitely I think the first finger, because that's what made it flare up a couple of weeks ago by putting my salt gun on the mosquito hunt, and it really flared up the next day. So I'm just doing these elastic band pulls, gradually kind of building it up, and from 12 reps to now 15 reps, and it seems to be hopefully, fingers crossed, seems to be working. So I just keep on going with that, and then maybe try and swing a golf club and see what happens in a few weeks' time, maybe a month's time, I don't know, or maybe a couple of months, we'll see. But as for swinging a tennis racket, I don't think I'll ever be able to do that. That's the kind of much too much rotation and force and stuff going through tendons and ligaments. But I don't really play tennis that much anyway. I say that much. I used to play at school a bit, but it's a recreational thing. It used to be, like, because my dad plays quite a lot of tennis, so yeah, I used to kind of play against him, which was always interesting because I wasn't very good, but the advantage I've got is I'm fast, so that if he did a drop shot, I could get it. If he did what would be to somebody else a winner, I could get that as well. So it's basically tiring out your opponent by constantly getting back or getting the ball back. That was my main tactics. So anyway, Karen's donated £3.58. So thank you for that. And the message is, greetings from beautiful Sacramento, California. Phil, just curious about how David Gilmour matches vocalizations to his guitar. How difficult is it? Well, it depends. Like, if you, like, let's say, for example, we're still plugged in here. Like, if I went, na 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 na, I know that's, I know those notes, so it means that na na da 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 da. So because you're singing through your guitar, rather than thinking of the notes, you just sing them at the same time. So yeah, but this is what I've said about, when you're playing through your minor pentatonic shape 1, you should, or I think it's a really good exercise just to go through that and know what the notes, or try to get used to what the notes are going to sound like before you play them, because then you'll be able to play back that in your mind, and rather than hear, it means that if you want to go na, you'll know that it's just a fret down, and it means that you'll be able to access all the notes that you're thinking of straight away. But if that's, I guess, down to how you've learned to play. If you've learned to play by either kind of reading music or just learning scales, you might not have made that connection with kind of your brain or the creative part where you sing. When you sing notes, that's potentially a different process to you now playing an instrument. Whereas, the way that I always approached it is I wanted that to be the same process, so that singing notes out loud would be exactly the same as playing them out loud on the guitar. So then, whatever you're thinking of, you'll be able to play, rather than kind of having to read what you're supposed to be playing, or potentially playing. You can play for ages, just with your... You can keep on playing notes that have, been part of, minor pentatonic scale or, blues scale. And you can play through those, but you might not necessarily be singing those notes in your head. You're just kind of playing what, I always say that the guitar's playing you. You're just playing what you've been told, or what you've been told the scale is, or what the notes are. It's like, for this particular progression or this chord, you play these notes. You go, okay, let me play those notes. It's not like, what would you sing over the top of this backing? And then just play what you're singing. So different ways of doing it. But so it depends. I think for David Gilmour, it's going to be a straightforward process, because he strikes me as the kind of player that is just singing through his guitar. He's not necessarily kind of trying to remember scales or positions or anything like that. It's just, right, whatever it is, let's just play over the top of it, play melodically and sing through the guitar, and then it is what it is. So, it really depends on how you learn to play. So right now, by the way, we're looking for 41 more people. Are there 41 more people on the internet at the moment? Anywhere in the world? We'll have to wait and see before the end of the live stream to see if they can join in and hit the thumbs up, because it's almost midnight. Wow, so that means we're I don't know whether we're going to make it or not. It's going to be close, but let me bring the vote to a close. And this is the cover video vote, by the way, which was between Behind Blue Eyes and Silence is Broken, and it's going to be Behind Blue Eyes which has won tonight. So thank you guys for voting for that. I think I saw a donation in the super chat window, so I'll jump into that afterwards. But yeah, we'll keep an eye on that. Like, comment, if you can hit the thumbs up, that would be very much appreciated. But we'll see where we are after this. So here's my version of Behind Blue Eyes, the Who classic. I hope you guys enjoy this, and I'll see you after. Rock.
No one knows what it's like to be the bad man, to be the sad man behind blue eyes. No one knows what it's like to be hated, to be fated, to telling only lies. But my dreams, they aren't as empty as my conscience seems to be. I have hours only lonely. My love is vengeance, it's never free. What it's like to feel these feelings like I do, and I blame you. No one bites back as hard on their anger. None of my pain or woe can show through, but my dreams, my conscience seems to be. I have hours only lonely. My love is vengeance, it's never free.
And there we have it. So I was just making sure that I think, oh hang on, my guitar's gone off. I was making sure that everything was still working with the guitar. I've turned off the microphone because I was getting a bit of echoing thing going on. But in order to have a fill jam, it means that we're waiting for another 14 people. So we are getting close. But I wanted to also get off screen the likeometer to jump into the super chat window because Jennifer donated $5. So thank you for that. And the message was, Phil, I'm with you on the not liking booze. When my brother was in the army, he had to help US soldiers. I'm going to just scroll across to get this. US soldiers back on base who had too much German beer. So thank you for that. And Diamond Girl 1234 has donated $2. So thank you for that. And the message is, I do love a good guitar demo. So thank you for that. And 171 Racer donated $20 and says, good evening, Phil from Wisconsin. Hope all is well with you in the UK. Happy to be here as always. So thank you for that. And Elaine's donated $5 and says you have to listen to Double Bogey Blues Song by Mickey Jones 1996. So thank you for that. Right. So we're going to have to keep an eye on this because this is going to be touch and go for the Phil Jam because we've got, maybe 11 minutes left and 11 minutes left and we're looking for 10 people to hit the thumbs up. So let me get the likeometer up on screen. If you haven't hit the thumbs up, that would be very much appreciated. Rose says, do it for Billy's birthday. Or BD. I'm assuming that means birthday. So, yes, if it is Billy's birthday, happy birthday. Everyone can say that in the live chat room. And yeah, we'll see. I don't know. We're only 10 people away. We need to find some other people on the internet on this Tuesday night or day or morning, whatever it is, all around the world. We're looking for 9 more people now. I'll tell you what I'm going to do is I'm going to check on the laptop how long this backing track is. Okay, it's 6 minutes and 4 seconds, which means we have 4 minutes, under 4 minutes to find 6 people. So if there are people who haven't hit the thumbs up yet, if you could do that, I'm waiting for the fireworks. There they are. It'll be very much appreciated if you could do that. 6 more people. It's like a countdown now. Everyone's counting down in the live chat room. 9, 7, 6, 5, and we're down to 4. It's 346 on my screen. We're looking for 4 more people in the live chat room. I wonder if some people are just... And there you go. Now we're looking for 1. I was going to say, I wonder if people are just holding out and they haven't used their like and they're just waiting until right at the end. They're going to wait until 9 minutes past. And then we're going to have to try and rush to get the Phil Jam in at the end. I tell you what, we're only 1 away. There's got to be someone somewhere who hasn't hit the thumbs up yet. We're only 1 away. I've turned on the mic again. Okay, now this is working. So we're still waiting for 1 more person in the live chat room to hit the thumbs up. And there you go, 2 people hit it at the same time. So thank you guys for hitting the thumbs up and ensuring that we're about to have a jam. So, yeah. If you don't know what's going on, we were just waiting for ages to get to 350 so that we could have a jam over the top of the backing track that has been sent to me by Joe. And right, this is on. That's on. Right, this is relaxing, chill out, rumba, flamenco, guitar, backing track, D minor. So, this is from Nick Neblo, and I'm listening to this out of a laptop, so if it's a disaster, I'm going to blame that. So let's have a listen. See if you can hear this. See if I can hear it as well. Hear this? Bit quiet. Let's see. I'll get a bit louder. Oh, there we have it. Yeah, so that was... I didn't really get a chance to do a kind of ending bit there. It's just suddenly stopped. So that was Relaxing Chill Out Rumba Flamenco Guitar Backing Track D minor from Nick Neblo or Neblo on YouTube. So there we have it. Yeah, something a little bit different for tonight. And we got to keep our kind of clean tone from earlier. There it is. So anyway, I had to kind of eventually do my own ending. So yeah, thank you, Joe, for sending that my way. I'm going to be here with another video, of course, tomorrow night. But I'm going to be live streaming next Tuesday, not on Saturday. So yeah, maybe I'll do a quick reminder on the YouTube post thing, maybe on Saturday, to let you guys know. But just so you know, I won't be live streaming then, but we will be back next week. And of course, yeah, the videos as normal, Wednesday, Friday and Sunday. But look out for tomorrow night's video. So I'm just going to check that we are up to date with everything, which I think we are. Yes, indeed we are. So thank you guys for tuning in tonight and for hitting the thumbs up. We're going to need everyone to tune in next week as well, because the likeometer will be trying to hit a higher target. It'll be 355 next week. So we'll see how we get on with that. But all that's left for me to say is try to stay as safe and as sane as possible in this crazy world in which we live. Have a fantastic rest of your week. And Diamond Girl 1234 just donated $2 saying another great jam, Phil. Thank you. So thank you for that. And yeah, have a great rest of your week, and I'll see you guys at the video tomorrow night. So I'll catch you then. Rock.